We're honored. It's like going to bed with God.
The man you're looking at has more wives than he can keep up with, an astonishing 80 wives in total. What's crazy is some of his wives that he married used to be his father's, and others were very, very young.
When he asked me to marry him at 16, I honestly believe that that's what God wanted. I feel like being married at 16 took away my entire life.
With all of those wives, he has 65 children, and on top of that, they all live in the same house. And in this house where the 80 wives share the same husband, it appears like everyone is living a normal and happy life. Even if they seem happy, the reality is not what you'd expect. Because he was hiding a big secret that you could have never imagined. And when it was revealed, it blew everyone's mind. In the United States, somewhere between Arizona and Utah, there is a small village where people are controlled by their leader. They have to dress a certain way, eat a certain way, and they can't have contact with the outside world.
The people there have taken it upon themselves to be completely obedient.
This man is named Warren Jeffs, and even though they were under his control, they still worshipped him.
He's like our Savior. He's like Jesus Christ.
See, Warren was the president of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He was believed to be a prophet, and because of this, he had over 10,000 people who used to follow him. He gained his control over people by saying that he has a direct connection with God. Due to his connection with God, many people wanted to be near him, so thousands of people moved to the village just to be close to him.
We did over 250 truckloads of furniture for families in 30 days from Salt Lake to Short Creek. And he did that so that he could control the people easier by concentrating them in one location. It was a way to concentrate the finances so they could control the finances of the people.
But it turns out that he was actually a criminal. Not only did he marry 80 wives, he was controlling everything they do.
Warren interferes in every element of people's lives.
What they ate, what they could wear, and who could have children. He also abused them.
Behind closed doors, he is a predator. He's abusing these kids, and nobody knows about it, and he's putting such a fear of God in these kids that none of them will ever say anything.
But all of this came to an end when he was finally arrested and charged with marrying a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old girl. In his hearing, he was sentenced to life in prison.
Jurors deliberated for about 16 hours over 3 days before returning with a guilty verdict for Warren Jeffs, seen here on the far left of the screen.
After his arrest, many people came forward and shared their painful stories with the world.
When I was young, my mother taught me that evil flourishes when good men do nothing. This has not been easy for us. The easy thing would have been to do nothing.
And he didn't just abuse his wives, he even abused his own nephew while he was just 5 years old.
He would come downstairs and grab me by my wrist and take me into the bathroom. He would have sex with me.
Sadly, some of his followers still follow him blindly.
And this our prophet, Warren Jeffs. We know he's innocent and that we all yearn for his deliverance.
Not knowing that this so-called prophet isn't actually an angel, he's more like the devil.
Obey the prophet when he speaks, and you'll be blessed. Disobey him, it is death.